Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today is day 111 of my 3-year challenge. I hope everybody had a good evening and you were able to stay on track with your diets. If anybody has a non-scale victory they'd like to share, I love to hear those. Anybody has an on-scale victory, I'd love to hear that as well. What I'm gonna do now is 111. Bolt says yes, day is 111. Absolutely. All right, so let me get this up here to see what today's weight is. I don't know how this camera's gonna line up. That's all right. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave it where it is. I might have to move this. Hold on. It was kind of up on a little bit. 178. Because why not? 178. Awesome. So that is 1.2 pounds down from yesterday. You know, I should almost put, let me see. Okay, 378. I'm gonna change that, but the previous current's gonna be wrong. But what I might do is change this and have like the starting weight I was when I started the fast, the second fast here maybe, instead of having to update this every time and flip from one to the other. But if I can figure out where that is, I can change that to 378. So that is 1.2 pounds down from yesterday. So I'm really happy with that. I've not had you know, I didn't come into the fast with a lot of food in my system, I don't believe, so I haven't had a lot of food come out of my system, but everything's been working fine as far as that goes. Carrie's checking in here. She says, hey, on day 3, she's about 5 pounds down. That is great, because it's probably as good as I'm doing, or better. What was I, 83 to 5? Yeah, about 5 pounds down. So I'm really excited with the weight I've been able to lose here at the start of this fast. I mentioned yesterday that I had watched that video from the first couple days, and I was burping a lot in the videos, and I've definitely noticed that I've had a lot of something going on in my stomach that's causing me to burp today. So that might be something from the fasting or the food being processed or something. But I definitely have had a few of those burp kind of things go on, or burp moments today. Let's see, it's Friday. I hope everybody's getting ready for the weekend. I know weekends can be tough. They are the toughest for me because on the weekends I'm at home more, which means I'm around all kinds of temptations a lot more than when I'm at work here. So I hope everybody's getting ready for the weekend and you're setting yourself up to make it through the weekend successfully. Crow's checking in, saying hi. How's it going, Crow? I hope things are going well with you. I know you had said you were going to start fasting with us, and I hope that that is still going well for you. And then, yes, on the weekends, my wife orders pizza for the kids for me to pick up on the way home from work. So I get to sit in the car. I am still playing music. Thanks, Bolt. I get to sit in the car um, for 20 minutes with a pizza and some chicken wings in the very back, all the way to the back. We're gonna not putting that anywhere near me. Not that I would really be tempted to eat any of that food at this point, anyways. If it were a bag of dried mangoes, we might be having a different conversation because it is been it has been that's what my snack food is now, I suppose, or what my go-tos for snacks would be. Yes, Crow's saying endurance training, and Tara's saying pizza torture. Yeah, I think it's more the pizza torture than the endurance training. I think I'm gonna have to go with Tara on that one. It's like a terrorist act she's put up against or on me. Let me pull this down here. So yeah, I'd love to know how you guys are doing or how your weekend's going here. I don't have a ton of stuff for today. Like always, I never have a ton planned. The big things, like I said, I noticed that I had that burping. I had to, I might have mentioned it in the past, but we have large trucks, like rental trucks that we deal with. And I had to hop up into the back of one of those today to clean up the inside, and getting up into the truck was far easier than it has been for a long time. It had been a little while since I had to climb up into one to deal with something in there. So it was something like immediately as I walked up to the back of it, I was like, oh, well, this is going to be a lot easier than the last time I had to climb up into one of these. So that was very nice for me that worked out well. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick because I need to, with my ginormous water bottle. What are you going to do today? There you go. What are you going to do today? So I ask my kids that every day on the way to school. So that's why I got a big jug with it on her. I really should probably invest in a smaller water bottle. But that's plenty of water for the day. And my water at work out of the faucet is awful. So that's why I have the big water jug there. So that was my non-skill victory. We've had a lot of activity on the Discord since this past week. It's really great to see all the people joining the Discord and being active and talking about how things are going. We've had a lot of people that are following along on this fast that I'm doing right now that are joining me, and we've had a few people that have already ended their fast because we've already been over 40 hours. We're at like almost 72, I think. Let me look at where I'm at with my fast. If anybody wants to join our Life app group, it is called Fasting. That's FAHSTING. There's 4 members in the group right now that are fasting. And right now I'm on hour 66.7. Carrie looks like she's about 65 hours in. So we're almost to the end of day 3 here for our fasts. For me, everything seems to be going about the same. I had to go to a social event with my son last night for a club he's in, and we ended up having to kind of stand around for a while, which is another thing that I would have been pretty disappointed with 3 months ago. I would have stood. I probably would have made Carrie go in the end, but she makes me go to these for the most part. But it was a lot easier standing around. The only thing I've kind of had is a little bit of like upper back kind of tightness, and that kind of came on when I was standing yesterday. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. Kind of massaging it helped out a lot. And so it does just feel like it's like a muscle that's kind of balled up here. So that is something that maybe I'll have to get a massager or something on my back. Um, there was a message. It's gone. So, um, I I've had that kind of little bit of pain, but it's really not anything that I am uh, concerned about. Like, and like I said, it came on mostly when I was standing for a long time yesterday, and I hadn't really noticed it again until about a half hour ago. So it could have been from um, on my back there. Carrie is saying that she's loving the support for the fast in our Discord app. Again, it has been very nice to have that Discord app going um, for us on there. Um, I'm trying to see what else I really have for. I mean, there's not a whole lot. I'm happy to be down to 1.2. So that's going to get me even closer to that million calorie challenge that I was working on here. Because what am I at? 378. So that's going to put me at 496,300 calories. So I'm really at just over a pound. So I will hit that 500,000 this weekend. Yeah, um, which will be really cool to hit that. It still puts me at, let's see, I'm 141.8 down. So I am 8.2 pounds away from 150 lost, which is really exciting. So I'm looking at hitting that probably Monday or Tuesday next week if things 1 pound a day. I guess it might be later, but uh, during this fast, I will more than likely hit the 150 pounds lost. I will definitely break over the 500,000 calories because I'm going to do that probably this weekend, if not by tomorrow, because I'm so close on that. So those are two things that are really cool that I'm hitting those milestones, and I'm only 4 months in. So the end of this month on the 28th will be 120 days. So that will be 4 months that I've been working on this, and uh, to lose 150 pounds in 4 months, that's just great. I just feel so happy about that. It's interesting too because I will end up fasting for almost 55 days out of those 4 months. So um, that's really cool too to have fasted out of 120 days. I've fasted almost half of those days. So, I mean, I don't know how different it would work if I was doing alternate day fasting, but I'm gonna be pretty much as if I ate half the time, I didn't eat half the time. I'm not sure how I would have done with alternate day fasting. I probably uh, would have done okay, but it's to me, I have a hard time, you know, eating one day and then shutting it off the next. For me, abstaining from things I am finding has always been much better practice for me as far as to lose weight. If I have abstained from large, the fast foods and the processed foods, that's going to be my best. And then with the fast here, just abstaining versus trying to work it in to a regular pattern. Tara checking in, 500,000 on the horizon, 8.2 to another victory. Yeah, that's really cool that I'm going to have two kind of back to back here, and that's kind of something that happened with that because the million calorie challenge and the 150 pounds kind of correlate, or sorry, the 300 pounds correlate so closely that those milestones will happen close to each other, and I have to continue to create milestones, and that's why I talk about these non-scale victories. I get excited when I get to wear the clothing again from what I was wearing when I got down to the low 300. To get out that stuff, the stuff I was wearing when I was at the low 300s or even under 300. It's going to be really exciting because I still have a lot of that stuff hanging in my closet because it was always like, well, I'm going to get back there again, right? And so I'm excited about those victories and celebrating as many victories as possible, whether it's just celebrating that you got through the day or just past a social event or through a meal that you didn't think you were going to get through, and stay on diet. You don't have to fast, but stay on your diet, and then Carrie's saying that I could be in the 200s before summer. Lots of pool time for this year. 200s by the summer. I don't know what you consider summer. Is it May? That's, yeah, maybe June or July. That's 80 pounds. I mean, at the rate I've been going, it would be great. I'm not holding out for that. Even enjoying this summer at the weight I'm at now, if I were to just say, you know what, I'm just going to maintain, I would be so happy. So that is good. But yeah, getting 200 into the 200s would be amazing to do it that quick. I definitely would have to pay attention to some things. Tara's saying that alternate day fasting is tough, but Tara's had lots of success with the idea of resting your system on not eating days. It's very mental. So when you don't eat, you kind of, you have to take it as a rest day. So that's I really am pushing that with the fasting. If you guys are doing these extended fasts, I know it's not easy to have, to not do as much activity as you may normally do. What I find for me, I'm really big. So I was 520 pounds. So even if to say that I was active, you can only be so active and be 520 pounds. Like I was mobile. I did stuff, but active would be a different thing. So, I definitely, that first week I lost 30 pounds and I was ready to start doing stuff, ready to get going. And I had to definitely take a step back and kind of not, because I knew that while I may have the energy today, that me using up that energy today may have an effect on day 40, or at the time, day 30, then day 40. But, so I was looking at the future of my fast and what I was going to be running into. Cause even though you feel great, you feel really, and it's one of those things where I think it's so much that you feel better than you expected to feel at that point. So then you feel great. So like 14 days into my fast, thinking about being 14 days fasted mentally is very difficult to be like, wow, and I get all kinds of people that all the time, oh, your dedication, your determination. And there is a lot to it because you can just quit any time because there's food anywhere. I mean, I could walk out my front door and get food in a minute. And so there is the dedication, the determination, but when you feel better than you expect at that point, it kind of drives the desire to keep going for me when I got to that point. Cause like I said, a lot of people, and even now people will say, I can't, it's not possible to fast that long. And it's tough to be like, well, I did it. Like I can't, and I'm trying to be very transparent and I'm, weighed in, and I did videos kind of all the way through it to kind of show what was going on and just kind of talking about it as it goes. So yeah, Carrie says the pool's open in June. Definitely looking forward to get into the pool again, just like Tara's saying there. Carrie's saying that she wanted to clean the house today, and I told her she shouldn't. Wow, what best husband ever. You got to get the kids to clean the house. You got one of the kids got a friend coming over. You got other kids that always have friends over. You got to get them to clean the house, and then you can just relax and watch them do it. See, you just got to train the little people that we brought into the world to do the cleaning for us. Anthony saying hi. Hi, Anthony. Good to have you checking in here. Tara's checking in. Small victories count big time. Absolutely. Slight improvements in your mood, your mobility, doing everyday tasks are so personally important because you notice them. Each one is cause for a mini celebration. Yes. And You have to celebrate them with yourself, celebrate them with us through the videos here. You can get on our Discord and celebrate them. Any uh anything you can find to celebrate that you're doing well, do it, because if you mess up even a little bit, just a tiny mess up, you are going to beat yourself up over it. And you could let that make you quit. But a tiny victory, you got to let that give the same weight the other direction that you let the tiny mess up give you. Like the tiny, my one flaw, I guess, and it's even a flaw, like I licked peanut butter off my finger that was not a peanut butter that I would eat. Like it sucks. Like, but I mean, and that's a little, that's very micro. But you have to take the victories, and you have to take it, and you have to squeeze as much excitement out of those victories that you can personally, because that might be the only thing that you have driving you to go forward. Carrie says, clean children, mama's fasting. Yes, clean children. Jennifer saying, isn't that the whole reason to have kids? Yeah, to have the slave labor. Yeah, that's what I was told when I entered into the agreement. So that's the way it was in my house growing up, right? Huh, Mom? I think she'd have to disagree with that. So my whole screen just freaked out. Everything disappeared. I don't know where all my notes are. Not that I was using them anyways today. So yeah, I hope, let's see, Jen's saying, that's what, you've always said to people who whine about only losing a few ounces, but they have gained that same few ounces. They'd complain about how much it was. It's the same amount of weight, whether you are gaining it or losing it. It's not more if you gained it. So yeah, if somebody gets on the scale and they're up 0.6 of a pound and they're like, oh man, I did everything right. This is just bullshit. And then that same person might get on the scale and be down 0.6, and they might go, what the hell? I did everything right. God damn it. You can't, they get the same amount of mat and they had a victory, really, but, or else they might just be like, yeah, it was good, but I thought I could do better. Thought it was going to be at least a pound down, like you're down. You've been gaining for so long and you're down. I mean, I've gained weight more days in my life than I've lost weight, for sure. And so I guess that's technically probably true of anyway, because you started off at like 9 pounds, but regardless, as an adult. And so, yeah, that is why it is so important to have a support network, Tara is saying. So that's really kind of what I guess I'll end on is to join our support network. Come here, chat with me on the streams. Let me know how you're doing. Just say hi. I mean, just checking in that you showed up, that you're here, that you're trying to take some sort of initiative in your health and wellness and in your weight loss, goals. So with that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, turn on the notifications so you know when I go live. I don't plan to go live tomorrow. I'm planning on going Monday. I'm kind of excited about that 500,000 calorie thing, but I don't think I don't even know if I'm going to be at the office tomorrow, this office. So, but I am going to be back on Monday. If anybody needs any support through the weekend, hit our Discord up. I have the Discord link. It was the first thing probably in the chat, and then I just put it in the chat right now as I'm talking, so it should pop up below at some point here on the thing. So it just popped up on my end, so it should be on your end. Also, the Instagram there is at Fasting. There's a Life app I could probably put up here. That is also Fasting, FAHSTING. If I do weigh tomorrow and I don't go live, I'll probably do a photo on Instagram. Then is what I would end up probably doing. I think that's everything. The Discord, the Instagram, the Life app. Subscribe here. Keep showing up. I want to hear about all of your successes. Thank you for everybody who does show up to these broadcasts, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of our victories. So I will see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Oh, how funny. I misspelled it. Whatever.